to Mike and Mark now. We talked a lot about tactics. Let's talk about tools. So Mike, what kind of tools have you actually tried in the lead generation sector? Which ones did you not try and why?
Tools. Okay.
These questions were written down.
Yeah, I know.
You did not write
it. By the way, we're agreeing here way too much. It's very interesting for the audience. So tools. The stuff we do is really pretty standard. We do Google search. We're dabbling with other forms of media now as well. So I mean, it's kind of, if you do internet marketing, that's where I cut my teeth. That's what I was doing before I did this stuff. Like, we went down that list, and then you start building out as you the capacity to do stuff. Whether it's buying email lists or frankly ads in other people's stuff. Like, we've spent $1 anywhere we can, and if it's kind of profitable, then we'll spend more of it and go on to the next thing. Been running banner ads for years. That's a great way to build awareness and stuff like that. So are those tools?
What do you guys use for measurement in social media?
Measurement in social media. So to be honest, with social media stuff, we don't do a hell of a lot of measurement. I sort of read the feed, and other people do too, and so long as people are getting back to people in a timely manner, that's good. Social media is kind of word of mouth to me. I'll tell you, I'll give you a little fact. Like, social media is kind of bullshit from lead generation from my point of view. So email is 100 times as effective as Twitter and 10 times as effective as Facebook, according to what we've learned. So there's some fun stats you can take and use. Email is still the engine of all of these businesses, so I guess I swore there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We've kind of tried a bunch of stuff. We've built our own internal tracking stuff. I think it's really important if you're building a SaaS business to be able to go from visit, and then when somebody signs up for your product, store where they came from in your database. I know we'll talk about this, but it's really important to be able to track, acquisition sources, back to lifetime value, and all these kinds of things. So investing in those capabilities, and chances are you have to build something yourself, store these things in your own database, and not count on Google Analytics. But there are some vendors coming out there doing this stuff.
Cool, sweet. How about you, Mark? Tools?
Yeah. The question was new and innovative tools. I'm not sure who considers Google AdWords innovative. If you consider Google AdWords innovative, you're missing the show. But so to put some perspective on this, I thought I'd pull out some numbers. We average about 2,000 incoming leads a month. And again, I said we're in the plumbing business. We attract late 30s, mid 40s, environmental safety quality managers. These are guys that work at Dofasco and are sitting in a cubicle somewhere. Our average purchase price is $62,000. So we range from $1 million sale to the cheapest you can get it is about 20 grand. So one thing I want to dispel is that online search advertising is only for small cost business. It's very much for us, and so we average about 2,000 leads a month. And I thought I'd look in August and see where those 2,000 leads came from. 87% of those leads came online. I'm not sure what 1,713 leads of the 2,000 came online. Of that 87%, 77% came from the major search engines. And it breaks down, there's a big elephant in the room, and that elephant is Google. Of the leads that come from search engines, 74% Google, 11% Yahoo, 8% Capterra, and 7% of those come from social networks. That comprises 3% of our overall leads. I believe we have one lead from Twitter, even though we tweet our little hearts out. Interestingly enough, though, of those 77% online leads, a full 61% of those are paid. So we pay, our overall marketing budget a month is about $80,000 a month. We pay about 55, 60 of that towards Google, Yahoo, Bing. So we pay about 60 grand a month in paid search. We average about $50 a month, or $50 a lead. And so on that, sorry, I'm throwing out a lot of numbers here, but just to give you the weight of how much Google AdWords means to our business, I mean, it essentially is, of the 2,000 leads, 1,000 of them come straight from paid Google search.
Mark, the key to that is a good landing page. What do you guys do about control of your website, building those landing pages, etc.?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's so many different, it's a juggling act. It's optimizing landing pages, it's optimizing your keywords, it's negative keywords, it's making sure that when somebody lands on your page, they have quick response times and quick convert fast. And I know we're not talking about this today, but I think as important in the lead discussion is what you do with the lead when you get it. Where does it go? Do you have an automated system for sales, marketing, and tracking after that? So, my bottom line is for us at least, it's incredibly economical to do paid search. On a $62,000 deal, our average advertising cost is about $4,000. So we're, overall revenue, on a 3-year contract, our advertising cost is about 3.5%. So anyway, so social networks get all the press. We get less than 5% of our leads from social networks. We get the majority of them from paid search. And so innovative ways, do that.
Well, great stuff, guys. I think the theme we're seeing is very similar, a lot of content generation and education. One of the things we're always saying these days is make marketing that you love as marketers. You guys are